Today we're going to introduce plickers. Plickers is a tool that allows teachers to collect real-time formative assessment data without student devices. It requires only one piece of hardware, which is a teacher device. The teacher device can be an Android phone, an iPhone, or an iPad. The teacher simply has the app downloaded to their device, and then they can scan the information from the students. Instead of using hardware clickers, the students will use cards that have pre-printed information on them, and the scanner reads it and records their answers. We'll go through the cards themselves and signing up for the program, which is free. First, we'll look at the cards. The students use cards that are printed with symbols. The symbols are different, but the students' information is private because the other students don't know what the symbols mean. If you bring this up close, you'll see that there are numbers. There's a 1 in the corner. That means that's student number 1. And the students move the cards for the selection. We can have up to 4 selections in a multiple choice answer. We have A, B, C, or D. The students simply move the card to the direction with the letter facing up that they want to answer. The other students, the numbers and letters are written small enough that if the students are all facing the same way, they can't see the other students' responses. The cards are printed by the teacher on cardstock. This particular grouping is 40, I believe it's 40 students, and there's 2 images per card. The teacher would print out the cards and then use them in the classroom. She would have to cut them in half, and she would have 40 available for students. For classes, for teachers that teach more than one class, the cards can be reused. They are not specific to a student, only the number is, and that's managed through the class manager. Again, this is the class set of 40. There are other possibilities. You can choose different sets of cards. You can have standard, which is 40 cards. That's what we were just looking at. There's 2 cards per sheet. This is most classrooms. We can get expanded, that's up to 63 cards. Again, it's on 2 pages. You can use large font, which is bigger, it's good for younger students. You can get large cards, which means that each student would have a full sheet of paper. And you can get that in both 40 and 63 sets. There are advantages and disadvantages. The smaller ones are nice because they won't block the students' faces, and they're small enough to be manageable. Once you have your cards printed, you can create an account. What you'll have to do is, from the Plickers website, which is plickers.com, click on sign up. To sign up, it's free. You'll enter your information, the first name, last name, your email address, and a password of your choosing. Once you fill out all that information, click sign up. Once you have established your account, you'll log in or sign in using the sign in button here. To sign in, you'll type in your email address. And your password. This is the live, you can see the classes you have on the screen. It's a very simple interface. You have your name here, that's your account. You have help, and this is a place where you can reprint the cards if you need to. There's a library reports. Right now we're looking at the classes. One of the first things you have to do is set up your class. To set up a class, it's very simple. There's a demo class here already, or you can create a new class. If you're creating your class for the first time, you're going to press Add New Class. You have a choice of class name. You can name it whatever you would like. You choose the grade level, then you choose a subject. The subjects are pretty much all the ones we have in classes in our building. And then if you choose, you can change the color here to keep it organized. You can have as many classes as you like. There is no limit, as far as I know, to how many classes you can have. Once you have your class set up, you can go in and edit it. You add your students. To add a student, you just click in the student name box and you add the names of the students in your class. You can add, depending on how many cards you have, you can add up to 63 in a class. That's why the 40s are fine, I think. You assign the number of the card that will correspond with that student. This way you can keep their information easily recognizable, and you can reuse this for each class. You can have number 1 used in 5 different classes, because when it registers, your class times are going to be different, and you're going to give information to them at a different time. Once your classes are set up, you can go to the library and set up some questions. You're going to choose it by class. So you would take, this is one class I have set up. I have my new class, Sewn. I can set a question. My choices are either multiple choice or true and false. I just type my question. And the possible answers. In addition, I would just say which one is correct. In this case, we'll say correct. And then you save. This will give you the answer, and you can add as many questions as you like. Once you have your classes set up and some questions in your library, you're ready to use it in your class. What you can do is look at the help. There's information here on getting started, how to print the cards, scanning the cards, the live view, and the students. When you're scanning the cards, you'll be using probably a phone or an iPad. It'll show you which you can download onto your phone. You'll use this on the device that you're going to be downloading. You can download, if it's an Android, at the App Store. I'm sorry, that would be at the iPhone. And for Android, you would use this. You would find the app and you would install it on your phone. Once it's there, you'll be able to scan the cards. You'll go to the phone or the device and just follow this step by step. It's as simple as taking a picture. You just go to it, assign the question, and when you're ready to answer or have the students answer the questions, just click the little camera and you will get the information. You'll actually see it live. You'll see the students' names, color codes to indicate their answers. You'll know that the right answer is, in this case, it's D. So you see the 13 students have it correct. 21 out of 21 class of students. As you can see, the students are holding their cards up and the teacher's scanning them and getting the information as it's being scanned. It's immediate and it's recorded. The students can't tell what the other students are answering, and it's a simple process. One of the things, as teachers, we all like to keep things very, very clean and neat, and the cards can be laminated. However, you don't want to use shiny laminating. You have to use the matte type, which we don't have in our school right now, but you can. It's very simple to print new cards. I would suggest using cardstock rather than paper because it'll make it a little bit easier. You can have, if you have the ability to have it laminated in matte format, that would also be good. But you can print very inexpensively several sets, so you have them in the class. The only thing is you have to remember to give the same student the same number, or your information will not be valid.